Are you one of these leaders that once you become someone that's involved in a team where you've got to take people with you on the journey, that your own results have sort of backed off a little bit and you find you're not able to get everything done that you need to get done because everyone else wants a piece of you? Well, I totally understand that, and it was something that was a big challenge for me, and it's definitely something that I work with people all around the world. So stick with me because I'm going to show you how you can shift away from that problem and get more done for yourself. Hi, this is Grant Herbert, VUCA Leadership and Sustainable Performance Coach, and today I want to continue our conversation around all things leadership by helping you to optimize your results. Over the last few weeks, we've been unpacking what it is to be a leader, and last week we agreed that everyone is a leader, even if you're just leading yourself. Leadership is not about having a title or a team. It's about being able to demonstrate and utilize the characteristics of leadership. Leadership is different today to what it needed to be before, and today's leaders need to be taught to lead in today's world. We're in the age of AI, and we've come out of VUCA into super VUCA and pandemics and all those things. But as I've said over the last few weeks, those same foundational principles of leadership apply no matter which age it is that we're operating in. There are those 3 P's of leadership that I introduced you to. And if you haven't heard that yet, go back and unpack that for yourself so that you can definitely know which are the skills that you need to work on. We talked about personal leadership, which is leading you last week. And we're going to continue to talk about people leadership in the weeks to come. But today we're going to talk about professional leadership. That's that area where you get results from your efforts. This is not about leveraging. It's not about getting others to do what you need them to do. This is about you being able to focus and maintain your own performance level in a way that stops you from burning out. I find a couple of types of leaders, and I know I was one who, in the early stages, didn't support my team all that well because I had things to do myself. I had my own targets that I had to achieve. Therefore, my focus was on that. So that's the first type of leader that just neglects the people that they're working with and the people that are in their team that they need to lead, that are relying on them to have everything that they need to be able to do what they need to do. So the first type of leader just closes himself off and just head down, tail up, gets their stuff done. When that happens, you've got people who don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They get disillusioned, disenfranchised, disengaged, and they leave. And attraction and retention is still one of the major issues that we are all working through right now. The other end of the scale, you have the micromanager. Those people who just will not leave you alone. They're constantly on your back, checking in at every step that you take to make sure you're doing it like they want it done. So what we want to do as next week we continue into that people leadership area is we want to make sure that we can optimize our own results without neglecting those people and without needing to micromanage everything that's going on. Okay, let's jump into it and have a look at the 3 shifts that every leader needs to make in this professional leadership area. The first area is in your performance. And this is about you as a brain and body being able to physically get stuff done, to be able to mentally stay focused, and to be able to do this in a way that is not detrimental to your health. This is shifting from high performance to sustainable performance. And it starts with changing a mindset around hustle and grind and all these things that people talk about, and working longer hours and just get more done and just put more effort in at the detriment of your own self-care. I'm an expert in this area. I've had 4 physical and 2 mental breakdowns throughout my career. And I know some of you might think, well, how does that make you an expert? You clearly don't understand. But what it's done is it's given me practical experience. And I listened to mentors and doctors and nutritionists and all the people that helped me to get back on board where I needed to be. And now I'm able to perform at a very high level and travel the world and do all the things that I do without burning out. So how do we do that? We need to make sure that we shift that mindset first, but then we need to make sure that we are doing things in a way that are sustainable. We're going to talk about this in weeks to come and go deeper in this particular competency area. However, just to get you moving forward on this, because it's something I'm so passionate about, particularly as we go into that holiday season, is thinking of yourself like a high-performance car. There are times when you're going to need to go flat out. And there are times when you're going to need to have a pit stop. There are times when you're going to need to look at your fuel consumption. You're going to need a team around you to support you. All those great analogies that I love to use when I'm talking about performance. So that's the first area, is being able to think differently and work differently so that you get the results that you need out of you without burning out. The second area is your positioning. Positioning can be looked at in 2 ways, dependent on whether you are in an employment situation or whether you're running your own business or your own practice. If you are looking at this as an employee, this shift is going from being invisible to being in demand. So for you, it's about putting yourself in the right place at the right time. It's about marketing yourself and your own personal brand to be able to take yourself on the journey that you want to go on, so that people see you and the value that you bring, and that you have a greater element of control over the development of your career. If you're looking at this as a practice or a business owner, this is about your clients. This is about you being able to position yourself in their world so that they only see you and not all those other people that do what you do. Beyond that, it's about getting the right fit clients. You see, most of my clients love working with me. And the reason I say most is every now and then I don't go through the process that I'm going to teach you, and I take people on who aren't quite a fit. But most people love me because I'm a great fit for them. So for me, it's about positioning myself in the part of the marketplace where I'm going to attract those people. Or I'm going to be like Simon Cowell instead of the contestant, and I'm going to be able to choose who it is that I work with. And the reason I do that is so that they get the right person to mentor and to coach and to develop and train them. The third area is your productivity. This is about where you get results out of the time and energy that you put into what it is that you're doing. It's that old chestnut that people talk about, and there's so many hacks and different things that people can teach you around productivity. Unfortunately, as I've said before, a lot of those things didn't work back in the 80s when they were invented, so we need to now do things differently. So this shift is about going from looking at time to looking at outcomes. And if you're in a professional service practice, I'm not talking about billing here. I'm talking about your mindset around how you see yourself being able to get more done. You see, time management is not something that I subscribe to at all, because you can't manage time. There's 24 hours in a day, 168 hours in a week. We've heard all these great things. And even if you work longer hours, you can only work 24. And I guarantee with those old focused mindsets of time management, you're not going to get it all done. It's about focusing on the things that you can control, like your expectations, both of yourself and the others that you let have expectations of you as well. It's about your environment and managing where it is that you are working. You know, I've heard it said that an untidy desk is a sign of genius. No, it's not. It's just a really difficult place to get stuff done. So it's about being able to be more organized in your environment and protecting where it is that you work and thinking around things like open door policies and shifting your mindset and behavior around that so that you and everybody else can get their stuff done in the day and not have to stay back and miss out on the things that they were going to do after they left work. You can also manage your energy, and this is a big one. And this is why this whole professional services area that's in the middle of those 9 crucial shifts, they all work in together. So your performance is definitely going to affect your productivity, the way that you look after your brain-body balance and you refuel and the things that you need to do. So controlling your energy and your productivity is about making sure that you decide where your energy goes, that you look at things that suck energy from you and remove them from your environment. You look at things that lift you up and you do things in a way that help you to maximize the energy that you have. So there you have the 3 areas of professional leadership: your performance, your positioning, and your productivity. And as we go into the new year, I'm going to break each of these down, as I will with the ones from last week and the ones we're doing next week. And we're going to learn how to do each of these things. So make sure that you strap in and you come on the journey. Now, with this area in particular, what I find that people need to do is unlearn a lot of things. Because for some reason, when I'm talking about these areas, I have people fight back and they go, oh, no, that doesn't work for me. That's different. You're different to me and what have you. That's okay. That's the decision that you want to make, just like I did years ago, which led to me burning out. So trust in the process. Trust in yourself. Come with me on the journey, and I'm going to help you as you go into 2024 to have more energy, to be who you need to be in every area of your life. Well, that's it from me for another week. Join me again next week as we continue this conversation around these 9 crucial shifts that every leader needs to make by helping you to know the best way to take other people with you on the journey. I'll see you then.